Folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. And off we go from Las Vegas. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's strong running. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, he bowls over him, and he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there. Extra extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. He'll look to throw. This one swung out. And out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run with Jacobs. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The kick by Lambo is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And the Raiders have got him. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Fighting through. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Eric Kendricks able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Runs, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for the Titans. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him.
And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for the Titans. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the number.
Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. on the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Right back to Brown. This time he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Maxx Crosby, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.